Little Miss Muffet was so excited. She was getting ready to go to her first Wiggles concert. She decided to pick some roses from her garden. I hope that spider isn't around, she thought. She wrapped the roses carefully. They were for Dorothy the dinosaur. I hope she likes them, said Little Miss Muffet to herself. She closed the door to her house and skipped down the road, waving to everyone she passed. I'm going to the Wiggles concert, she laughed. That must be the theatre, thought Little Miss Muffet. There are lots of children around, and there is a picture of the Wiggles and their friends. She walked over to the picture and looked at it more carefully. There's Dorothy and Wags, and there's Captain Feathersword and Henry the Octopus. I hope they'll all be in the show. She walked through the big glass doors and up some steps, still carrying the roses she had brought from her garden. She showed her ticket and was taken to her seat. It was right in the front row. I certainly won't miss anything, she laughed. The theatre lights went down. There was a buzz of excitement from the audience as the stage lights went up. The band began to play, and Little Miss Muffet clapped. The big red car drove onto the stage, and there were the Wiggles, smiling and waving to the audience. Hello everyone, smiled Anthony. It's great to see you here. And the Wiggles jumped out of the car and greeted everyone. Anthony, Murray, Sam, and Jeff were joined on stage by Wags the dog, Henry the octopus, Captain Feathersword, and Dorothy the dinosaur. The Wiggles and their friends sang and danced, and all the children in the audience joined in. So did Little Miss Muffet. They pointed their fingers and did the twist. They did the monkey and quacked and cock-a-doodle-dood. I can see some of our friends have brought roses for Dorothy, smiled Murray. So the wiggly dancers will come down into the audience to collect them. Little Miss Muffet put her roses into one of the baskets. They're from my own garden, she murmured. When the wiggly dancers were back on stage, they whispered something to the Wiggles. Anthony spoke to the audience. The wiggly dancers have just given us some exciting news. We have a very special visitor in our audience today. Little Miss Muffet looked around. I wonder who he means, she thought to herself. But Anthony was still speaking. Would you like to meet Little Miss Muffet? The audience clapped, and one of the wiggly dancers took Little Miss Muffet onto the stage. Murray smiled at her and took her by the hand. I hope you didn't bring that spider with you, he said. Little Miss Muffet laughed. Certainly not, she replied. I left him at home eating my curds and whey. I think our next song should be a nursery rhyme medley, said Sam. Let's begin with Little Miss Muffet's own song. The audience cheered and everybody sang along. Afterwards, the Wiggles invited Little Miss Muffet to join them for lunch. I knew the Wiggly concert would be fun, she smiled, but I didn't think I would be in it.